New year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. Now get a savory sausage McMuffin with egg, plus hash browns, and a small coffee for just $5. For limited time only, prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
Hey there, fictional friends, and welcome to another episode of Fully Booked. I'm Megan.
And I'm Shireen.
And I forget what episode we're at in January at the moment.
I was just thinking that. I'm like,
what week is it?
Which week is this?
I don't know. We're so sporadic with what we're choosing to do. This is like middle. This is like mid-month. This is week
3 or 4.
Week 2 or week 3. Sorry. So we're a mess.
It's the holiday.
It's the holiday. Yeah, it's true. We're recording this episode in that haze of the holidays where you forget what day it is.
Yes, correct.
And you're just kind of like, I don't know, who cares? Because it's like between Christmas and New Year's, and you're like,
It is December 34th.
30-something. Sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, keeping that in mind, obviously, this week, it's so funny because we talked about this, like, I don't know, well over a month ago at this point, that we were, like, disappointed that we'd not gotten an opportunity to talk about, you know, some releases from 2025, that we'd not had a chance to catch up on them, and we should have done when they came out, but we didn't do it, and we want to do it.
This is one that has haunted us since it came out.
I know. We were so irritated. We were like, why the hell didn't we just go see this movie and do a review?
Like, we were so annoyed with ourselves over this one, and, like, rightfully so.
I agree.
With how much energy and time we have devoted to Colleen Hoover on this podcast. Like, come on now.
We've had multiple episodes.
At least 3 episodes.
Exactly.
Like, we love to hate her.
We sure do. And I don't think it's any more evident than it's feeling to me right now.
We just finished the movie.
Yeah. So, keeping that in mind, this week we are talking about the 2025 adaptation of her novel, Regretting You, a novel of the same name. It is based on the, 2019 novel of the same name. So, actually not an old one, that one.
I mean, none of her...
Are they? I don't know. I thought she'd been publishing for a long time. She has
a
bazillion books. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I don't know. Now I'm going to have to go down a rabbit hole and find this out.
How long has Colleen Hoover been published for? I don't remember. Anyway, so we knew that this had come out, and we were like, okay, we're going to have to cover it at some point. We're going to have to talk about it because it's just like one of those releases. Plus, we've now kicked off 2026, and there is not one, but 2 Colleen Hoover adaptations coming out this year. One in March, like Reminders of Him.
Yes.
And then in October, Verity comes out.
Yes.
That's going to be fucking massive.
Well, I've read Verity, as many of you on the pod will know.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, haven't we?
We've talked about it, but I've also seen the very lengthy trailer for
Reminders of Him.
Him.
I know. I keep forgetting the title of that movie.
Well, it's because this one was called Regretting You.
I know, probably. So we're like, Regretting Him? Nope, that's not it.
Reminders of You.
That's not it.
Anyway, and I've seen this trailer, and I'm like, these are like wild. The 2 coming out next year are just nuts.
Oh, they're going to be bonkers, batshit crazy. And I need someone to explain to me why we keep getting these Colleen Hoover now we're on a train of Colleen Hoover adaptations, and they have casts that are like ridiculous.
Yes.
And I get that we kind of got it with, it ends with us. I can't be bothered to talk about that movie anymore because of everything subsequently that's happened since then. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But it was like we got that with the first one. So now I'm looking at cast lists for every subsequent release that is coming out, including Regretting You, including this movie that we're talking about today. But I'm watching the trailer for Reminders of Him, and I'm looking at Micah Monroe, who's been doing stuff for like a long time. She's really big in the horror space. Okay. She was in It Follows. Okay. More recent years, she was in Longlegs.
Oh yeah.
And stuff. She's big.
Oh yes. Okay, that's where I've seen her before.
And Tyreek Withers, who was just in the remake, requel, whatever you want to call it, of I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Okay, so why so many horror actors?
Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, wait.
Okay. No. This is now going to become a new Roman Empire.
No, we need to talk about
going on?
And then Verity Drops is coming out in October of this year.
Anne Hathaway,
Dakota Johnson, and I think Josh Hartnett, if I'm not mistaken.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
It's like, okay, listen. It's like...
I feel like you have a theory, Shereen. She looks like, what's his name from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when he's got, like, the board and he's, like, trying to explain it.
Okay, Charlie. Listen, we've got Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Dakota Johnson.
And Josh Hartnett.
Correct. Arguably 3, like,
massive
rom-com, like, romance.
Fine.
From, like, a decade ago.
Yeah, because they all had their moment in that space.
Yeah. So it's like they're being spooky-ooky and haunting the new generation.
By doing the one thriller that she's... Sure, Shereen. And now it's just... Okay, so we were talking about this, right? Because we just watched Regretting You. And for folks who are unaware, a bunch of the people in it have been in several horror films. So it stars Allison Williams, who was in Get Out.
Right.
Which is probably her bigger one, right? Mm-hmm. Dave Franco, who did write and direct a film called The Rental, which definitely like kind of seeps into that space. That's from a couple of years ago. It's actually quite good. It's more of like a really dark thriller, but it leans into horror quite heavily.
What else has he been in?
Oh, he's in a bunch of stuff, like, I don't know, like a number of years ago. I don't remember now.
I'm going to have to Google this.
But then just recently in 2025, he was in Together with his wife, Alison Brie, which is very much like a psychological kind of body horror film.
So again, like still in the horror space.
And then on the like younger cast side of things, McKenna Grace, who was just in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. She was in The Haunting of Hill House. She was in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. She played the younger version of every character for a long time. Now she's kind of able to, like, good for her. Like, she's gotten a little bit older, so she's able to kind of like branch out into playing an actual character.
She's been in a lot of stuff for a long time.
A ton of stuff. And Mason Thames, who plays the character of Miller, who was just who I only got to know in the first place because he was in The Black Phone, and then last year The Black Phone 2 when that came out in October of last year.
He was also in the live action How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes, it's true. He's Hiccup in that, which is also cute. It's a fun movie, but but again, like, you know, another adaptation. Also, we always forget about that. But Cressida Cowell wrote the How to Train Your Dragon books. They're based on books. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, we should talk about them at some point because they're just fun. Yeah, so weird. We were like, that's weird. And then that's it. Exactly what I just said. Reminders of Him comes out in March. Micah Monroe has done like at least a few different horror films. And Tyreek Withers just in 2025 was in I Know What You Did Last Summer and Him as the lead character. So those are 2 horror movies in the same year. So I'm like, what's happening?
It's really interesting.
Usually it's the other way around. You star in a shitty rom-com and then you move into something else.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm genuinely like curious. Like, is it that these Colleen Hoover books are perceived to broach like mature subject matter, and therefore like they think that it's a good crossover,
are they a good
into
gateway
drama,
into something? Yeah,
it's like more of a drama, like a serious genre, but they do tend to come off as romances.
I don't know.
Like, and we've had
they're framed that way. We've had a whole conversation.
We've had a whole episode about this.
I know.
And this is just like another perpetuation of this. Oh shit.
Oh god, the baby's moving on the baby monitor.
No. Shh. Okay, so for the rest of
there's no way she can hear us. We're 2 floors down. Oh god. No, it's true. So yeah, this is very strange, and I guess I just have to wonder. I guess I just wonder because of particularly the box office success of It Ends With Us, if maybe now they've all hopped on the bandwagon of just doing this.
But it's also very strange because there's a mixture of these adaptations.
True.
It's not like it's exclusively Netflix or exclusively theatrical releases. Like, that's also something that I'm like, oh, this is odd.
I don't know. I'm not sure where it comes from or what it means, honestly.
No.
Anywho.
Colleen Hoover has been, her first big hit was It Ends With Us in 2016.
2016. Oh, fuck. Okay, I felt like it had been longer because she's got so many bloody books.
She's got like 20 books.
I know. It's a romance author thing. It's fine. I should know that. But anyway, here we are. Okay, so the film came out in October 24th, of 2025.
Yep.
Current standings at the time that we're recording this, it is sitting at a 6 out of 10 on IMDb and 27% on Rotten Tomatoes from critics. But the audience score vacillates so much in the other direction. It's too much. The popcorn meter, the audience score is 85%.
Okay. Whoa, no.
Bruh. I don't know if it's just because people feel that this is a really faithful adaptation, because maybe it is. We haven't read this book, so I'm not sure. It's so funny because we've talked about this. We've talked about things because, like, you and I have each read a few different Colleen Hoover books, and I feel like it's really hard for us to bring ourselves through.
I can't.
Fuck, I feel like one of us is going to have to read Reminders of Him before it comes out, Shreen. I know.
I can't, but I've watched the trailer, Megan. It's wild.
I know. It looks terrible.
There's too many things.
It's always like, here's the drama, but it's too much fucking drama.
Well,
You're like, how many bad things can happen to people? That's
like
crazy.
It's like, here's the trash chute on top of a pile of poop,
Correct.
and now we're smearing it with some, more poop.
No, it's not.
Like, it's horrible.
I know. Oh my god, do you want to know a fun fact that I'm going to drop right now? Because I saw it in the credits and I was like, I have to check if this is who I think that it is. One of the producers of this film is Anna Todd, who wrote the After series.
Oh my god.
The author who wrote After.
Okay. I thought you were going to say it's like something to do with like Gabriel's Inferno or something. I was like, no, don't say it. This book is haunting me.
I want it to be. Now you've said it. I'm like, yes. No. But I noticed, I was like, Anna Todd who wrote After? Yes, actually, she produced this movie.
Tessel.
And Harden. God, I hate these
Harden.
God. I think we've talked about it before. God, these movies are terrible.
After?
So
yeah, they're horrible. Anyway,
we watched all of them.
Regretting You. So,
okay. Oh wait, hang on. Spoiler alert, because we're just gonna get into it. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, just be aware of that. We're probably gonna touch on plot points and characters and all that.
Yes.
Spoilers.
And I just want to go back to what we just said about how her books are too dramatic and there's too much happening to people. I'm gonna preface this by saying that I felt that not enough crazy shit happened in this movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
It felt very tame compared to everything else I've seen from Colleen Hoover.
Surprisingly, it was.
Didn't you find?
Surprisingly, it was a fairly calm one.
Yes, I would say this was an actual romance.
Kind of, yeah. Like, don't get me wrong, it had kind of bad shitty things.
Oh, for sure.
The inciting incident is pretty bad shit, but...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Outside of that. So, brief plot overview or premise overview for folks who are not aware. I can't get into every single plot point because it's too much, but this follows a character, so largely a character named Morgan, who we see go from sort of teenagerdom to adulthood.
Yep.
She is dating this guy in high school named Chris.
Jock type.
Yeah, very much. Played by Scott Eastwood. Mm-hmm. Obviously Morgan is one of those who has plans. She has aspirations. She has all kinds of things. They've been dating for a little while. She also spends a lot of her time with her sister, Jenny, played by
her younger sister. Her younger sister. She is raised.
Yes. Who she's taken a lot of care of, played by Willa Fitzgerald, who is dating a guy named Jonah, played by Dave Franco. So Jenny and Jonah haven't been dating for too long. It's just a little bit, but there is very clearly some sort of romantic tension between Jonah and Morgan.
Yes.
And there are obviously feelings that have developed, but they're both in relationships with other people, one of them with each other's siblings, so that's weird. And even though it seems as though Jonah might be revealing his true feelings to Morgan, she tells him that she's pregnant because she's just found out that she's pregnant at the end of high school. So we flash forward to 17 years later. Morgan and Chris are married. They had a daughter named Clara. And meanwhile, Jenny and Jonah split up after high school and then got back together seemingly kind of out of nowhere almost 17 years later, at which point Jenny became pregnant with their son and then gave birth to a little boy named Elijah. The inciting incident that occurs is that one day, Chris and Jenny work at the same hospital together for some reason that we don't know right away, even though we kind of do. They are in a car together, they get into an accident, and both of them are killed. now this means that obviously Morgan has lost both her sister and her husband in one fell swoop.
Correct.
Clara has lost her aunt and her dad.
Her aunt, whom she's very close with.
She's very, very close with, and it's made very clear at the beginning of the film.
And this is one of the differences between the movie and the book, by the way, is that in the book, her relationship with her mom is very strained.
Okay.
And she is very, very close with her dad and very close with her aunt.
Because, like, you're given to understand in the movie that Clara and Morgan, they don't always see eye to eye on everything, but, like, the tension isn't very intense between them. No, not until after the deaths, honestly. Like, it doesn't feel that way. They just have pretty normal conversations with each other, and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So this happens, and through, of course, circumstances and kind of figuring out why they were together in the first place, unfortunately, Morgan and Jonah discover that Jenny and Chris were having an affair, a long-standing affair, and the baby that Jenny gave birth to is not Jonah's. He's in fact Chris's son biologically. Another shout out in the book, apparently Chris and Jonah are very close friends. Okay, because like they are, but also because she says that he disappears after high school and none of them hear anything from him. Right, so I'm like, well, they couldn't have been that close. Right. Yeah, I don't know. But they do say a couple of times, they're like, like with your best friend. And you're like, were you best friends? Because I feel like you didn't talk for like 15 years. Yeah, well, apparently in the book you get a lot more like context up front and like understanding of their relationships. That does make more sense. Yes. Yeah. Because that was like one of my criticisms of this movie. I was like, people don't have like quite enough chemistry based on what they're claiming. I agree. Yeah. I do think that's one of like the failings of this is that you're just kind of like, Yeah, like I didn't get enough. There was too many storylines for me to get invested in any of them. Yeah. Properly. Yeah, because you have, now obviously all of this has occurred and then all of this causes Morgan and Jonah to re-examine their relationship now, well over 15 years later and start to determine like, did we make a mistake? Should it have been us who were together? Do we want to be together now? Like, and kind of explore that side of coming to terms with what has occurred and how they'd like to move forward. And then meanwhile, for some reason, we get this other subplot that I'm like, I mean, I guess so, but like how necessary was it? With Clara, who's also 17 now and has her own love story. But I feel like I'm seeing this a lot more in like movies and books. I guess. I feel like it's easier in Georgia. I know, but I feel like it's easier in a book than in a movie most of the time. And Ginny and George is easier because it's a TV show. Yeah, you get way more character building. You have so much time, right? To like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't invested in any of the storylines because I'm like, I don't know who these people are. Absolutely not. No, I agree. So that's it. Like at the same time that all of this is happening, Clara she has her own little like sort of more rom-com-y love story type of thing between herself and Miller, who's like one of the more popular boys at school. They have their like little like YA romance side of things. Yeah, well, basically. I kept saying to you, I bet she gets pregnant because I'm so used to Colleen Hoover stuff being like, okay, now we're adding another layer. And she didn't, which like thank God. Like I didn't need it. I wouldn't have needed it. Yeah. So that's nice at least. So it's of course like it's Morgan not wanting to ruin like Clara's sort of view of her aunt and of her dad, so like not wanting to tell her, but then all of this causing Clara to be like resentful of her mother and everything, for trying to like move on and do things with her life instead and acting like, basically she feels that she's acting as though her and her dad were never like married and all this kind of stuff, but not understanding the nuance of the fact that this woman has just found out that her husband was having a long-standing affair with her sister and got her pregnant. Yeah, it's pretty brutal for the mom. It's very brutal. Like, she's taking care of literally everyone. She has ripped off chunks of herself. Oh, it's nuts. For all of them. Yeah. And like this is how she gets treated at the end of it, and and you just know she's gonna look after that little baby. Of course she is. Yeah, you're like, well, I guess she's also gonna take care of the secret love child as well. Of course she will. Yeah. So, but I don't know. Okay, so what were like, I don't know. I guess what are your takeaways? What were your feelings about this? Because I'm just kind of sitting here where I'm just like, that was very like, meh. for me.
Well, that, like, at the end of it, we were both like, okay, is it over yet?
Yeah.
Is it over yet?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's still going. It's still going. And, like, I don't know, it just kind of, like, everything tied up in a neat little bow that just kind of felt unrealistic.
It did, I know.
And, okay, fine, I get it. Like, it was a drama, it was a romance, whatever, however you want to tag it. Like, it was all kind of hyperbolic versions of a situation. But it just didn't, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but it was very lackluster.
I agree. Yeah, that's it. Because I think, I know.
I probably won't remember what this was about in about 6 months.
No. Because again, I think that's it. Like, we watched It Ends With Us and ignoring everything else that has to do with, like, the production of that film. Yeah. Like, the movie itself and the story that the book and that the film are telling are really intense. Yeah. And I just feel like you think about it for longer after the credits are rolling. You are thinking about it. You're thinking about the level of intensity and the dynamics between the characters. This is the type of thing that, like, this finished, I'm going to forget everything that happened tomorrow.
I will not remember this at all.
No.
And again, like, I go back to most of her stuff is quite bonkers. And, like, we watched It Ends With Us, and god damn it, we enjoyed it.
Oh, we did. I know.
We liked it.
We did. We said it in our review.
We did. And so, like, it's not that, like, I feel like we tried to be, like, as neutral as possible about Colleen Hoover.
I agree. Stuff. It's just that then, like, we read some of the stories and we're like, oh my God.
And, like, this one it was so forgettable. Yes. It was, like, and that was also reflected in a lot of the marketing, a lot of the promotional stuff. Like, there was nothing out about this. And it was a theatrical release. It wasn't even a Netflix release. This wasn't, you know what I mean?
But it feels like a streaming release, doesn't it? It feels like
it
has
went
that
kind of
vibe.
like under the radar. Yeah. But then again, like, I haven't seen much about reminders of him.
Not so far.
I've seen more about Verity.
More so about Verity, but then again, Reminders of Him is coming out first, so there's an actual trailer. Verity does not have a trailer yet, so at the time that we're recording anyway, it doesn't. So, I mean, who knows, right? Like, when that drops, I get the feeling that it's going to get more hype, but for the time being, it's slated for release all the way in October, so for now, we've not heard, beginning of October, I think, so we've not heard very much about it for the time being. I mean, I will at least say, so the budget apparently for this film was $30 million and the box office was $90 million. So it did make back more. It made triple its budget.
Well, that's good then. Yeah. And again, like, did I hate it? No. Completely forgettable, though.
Would I ever watch it again?
No, because nothing happened. Yeah. I said to you, like, it's not that nothing happened, but in the end, it kind of felt like nothing happened.
I know, it's weird. It was, I don't know if it was the way that it's written or something, or just, like, the sequence of events, but it's like, you're like, technically, these people have been through a ton of stuff.
In, like, 8 months.
Yeah, but I'm not feeling any of it. Like, you're just, like, you got to the end, you're like, oh, nothing happened in that movie, even though you're like, no, I guess something did happen.
Yeah, and, like, the ending was, like, a cute promposal, but I don't know, like, it just felt like a Hallmark card with a bunch of horror actors in it. It was very odd.
And then, like, trying to tackle more serious issues than, like, obviously Hallmark or anything along those lines would try to do in the first place. But not necessarily, I guess, succeeding at it, because the characters go through all of these things, but everything is, as you mentioned before, tied up very much in a nice, neat little bow of, like, and now I'm taking my agency back. And I'm like, this is weird. This almost doesn't feel like Colleen Hoover because it's too nice.
Right. It's like, girl, where's your edge? Anyway.
Where's the super depressing shit that I'm supposed to be sad about?
Yeah, it sounds like we were pretty in agreement. What did you enjoy about the movie, Megan?
I didn't think that the performances were terrible in this film. I thought the writing was not good because there's so many, like, corny, kind of really dumb lines in this film that I was like, this is clunky fucking writing. And some of the, like, things, like the things that people say to each other, I'm like, people don't talk to each other this way. It's not good.
No, I told you. I'm like, this is like a Nicholas Sparks.
I agree. Yeah. Oh God, it gave Nicholas Sparks so much. And you were saying too that the book is set in Texas. But the film is set in North Carolina.
Yeah, which also
very Nicholas Sparks.
Yeah.
So that that probably plays a part as well. Maybe that's why it also feels more like that vibe. So I didn't think that the performances were terrible. The kids I thought were cute with each other.
Yeah,
like they were sweet.
Yeah.
McKenna Grace and Mason Thames I thought were cute with each other. I was like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, they were adorable. He was charming. I like that.
Yeah, that's it. You know, like they were sweet. They had good chemistry. Apparently, they're actually dating, which I'm like, oh, that's cute because they're both like 18. They're little babies.
Are they really that young?
Yeah, they're pretty young.
Oh wow.
So I was like, oh, that's cute. Like that's nice. You know, like I thought Allison Williams was pretty good and stuff. She tends to be just like in general. Dave Franco's character was fucking weird to me.
He was, and you mentioned that. You were like, I wonder how he's described in the book.
Yeah, it was just he felt very inconsistent to me, and maybe this is my, I don't know, like prejudice showing or something, but there was just something about like his whole being like, you know, like I'm being a nice guy, but then I'm so upset about all of this and I need to leave the baby with you and I need to do this and I need to do that, where I was kind of like, you are not handsome enough to get away with this, my friend. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I was just like, nobody would forgive you for this. We'd all be like, well, fuck off then.
Like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, seriously? But, no, I know what you mean, and
I didn't find that I found that the way that I don't think it was necessarily just him. I think it was the way that the character was written.
Yeah.
Felt very inconsistent. So I was like, he doesn't feel very realistic to me.
He struck me as like Dave Franco was trying to imitate Eddie Redmayne when he was in Fantastic Beasts.
Whoa. That's a weird one. That's a weird vibe.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, what are you doing?
What are you trying
with
to
this
do
character?
right now?
Like, he's... but then I said to you, I'm like, he's got stoner eyes. Like,
he always has stoner eyes,
he's
though.
Squinting, and I'm like,
Yeah.
is it the stoner eyes? Is it like is that how he's playing it? Is that just kind of how he is, you know?
Yeah.
So all these things were lending to his performance as well, you know? I was getting very confused.
Oh, God, that's funny. Now I'm going to think about it. It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. It was, this was so bizarre. This is one of those times where this reminds me of like an earlier mid-2000s rom-com film where they had a bunch of really high caliber actors in it, but the script was garbage, and so it just wound up being terrible, but people half enjoy it anyway because of the cast, and just being like, I feel like I have to like this because of the cast that are in it, so I'm just going to, even though it wasn't good.
Yeah, this is one of those, like, we need more data to move forward on our opinion on this.
Maybe.
You know, like, it's almost like collectively, it's what you just said.
Yeah.
And the jury's still out on how we all feel about Colleen Hoover movie adaptations.
Yes,
I think.
I need more. Well, apparently I'm getting 2 this year,
Yeah.
so we will be able to form maybe a better opinion by the end of this
That's
year.
what I'm saying.
Because you have to wonder, you're like, is it going to be like inconsistent, like a hit or a miss like this? Is this just me not enjoying this one because I expected something different out of it?
Right.
Is
it because there's been so much
script?
drama since, like, it ends with us?
That we're all just irritated with it now, or we form an opinion about things? Is it that I need to see some of the more batshit ones to, like, be able to form an opinion about, like, what her stuff actually is? Because, like, what I've read is insane of hers. So I need to see how consistent that is, maybe to a degree as well. I don't know. I do not know.
I don't know. Because maybe, like, her book characters do not lend well to the screen. Like,
possibly, yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
So we'll be back, and
we'll be back in
March.
We'll be back in a couple of months to talk about another one, which is crazy to say.
That's nuts.
That I'm like, wow, we're going to be getting them pretty consistently now. I don't know if any others the rights have been secured for any others post Verity. I'm not sure. I don't think I've read anything myself so far.
I haven't.
But I'm so curious to know.
No, I think I read somewhere that November 9.
No, it has not.
I think I did, and I was like, oh, I have to tell Megan, but I could be wrong.
Oh my God. If that book gets a film or something, I will be front and center on opening day. It is insane, and I need to watch a screenplay and a script writer somehow find a way to detangle that whole mess and make it into something that makes sense, and I don't think it's possible.
Oh, it's so true.
It's fucking crazy. Go back. I don't even think it was last year. It might have been a couple of years ago at this point. We did an episode where each of us read a couple of Colleen Hoover books, and we talked through them, and so there are spoilers. Be aware of that. But one of the books that I read was November 9, and it is one of the most batshit fucking books I've ever read in my entire life.
Didn't we spend like 10 minutes being like, is it November 9 or November 9th?
Yes.
And it's like, I don't know.
I still don't know. People tend to say November 9, so that's what I'm going with, even though it's a stupid name. Yeah.
She will die on this hill. Anytime I want to get Megan riled up, I just mention this book. She's like,
I can't believe I had to fucking read this. And it was so funny because we decided on books and we divided them amongst the two of us. Yeah. Here I was like la-di-dying, never having read a CoHo book in my life, not being aware of what I was walking into.
Yeah, I'd already read 2.
I'm a changed person for having read that fucking book. It's nuts. It's not, see, that's one that, for me, it's like the two ends of the spectrum. So Regretting You, it's like it didn't have enough batshit. November 9 has enough for 4 different books in one. And you're like, wait, what?
This is my point. I've been conditioned to expect a lot more.
I agree. No, I agree.
So this movie was just completely erased from my memory already.
Like, yeah, I've already forgotten half of it.
That's it. It's gone.
And you're like, oh, okay,
whatever.
Yeah, it was fine.
Let's go watch some more of that.
We're going to go watch Heated Rivalry. Yay! Time to go finish Heated Rivalry because Shereen's hooked now. I did it, everyone.
I am rooting tootin' for Ilya.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. You and the whole fucking planet at this point. Anyway, that's what we're going to go do in the rest of this haze over the holidays. So I hope everybody's having a great holiday.
We are.
I hope you have had a good time. I hope you're full.
Yeah. Yep. It's the best over the holidays.
And we won't be recording anything for a few days probably. So Happy New Year, everybody. Yay. Heading into the new year. I know it's the new year by the time you're hearing this, so that's fine. But hopefully everybody's year is starting off well. And you're hitting your reading goals immediately. Ooh, yeah. That's what I can hope for people.
Ooh, and remember, even if you only read 1 book this year, you're still a reader.
Yeah, that's it. It's fine. Okay. What do I usually do? Follow us on all of our socials.
Who am I?
Oh, boy. Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. We're at fullybookedca. You can check out the website at fullybooked.ca for recommendations and reviews and all kinds of things from ourselves and our team of contributors. But until next time, guys, keep on reading.
Thanks, everyone.